As we age, most of us share one important goal: staying in the comfort of our own home for as long as possible. But did you know that nearly 3 million older adults are treated in emergency rooms each year for injuries related to home hazards? Aging in place sounds wonderful, but it's only possible when your home supports your health and independence. In today's video, we're sharing science-backed, practical, and even life-saving home safety tips that every senior and every caregiver should know. So stick around, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss our helpful content. Section 1. Why home safety matters more with age as we grow older. Something subtle but powerful begins to happen. Our relationship with our home changes. The home that once felt easy to move through, comfortable and safe, can slowly start to feel like an obstacle course. Stairs feel steeper, bathtubs feel slipperier, and rugs become silent threats waiting to trip us up. And these aren't just inconveniences, they can be life-altering dangers. Let's take a moment to look at the facts. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 adults over the age of 65 falls every year. And of those who fall, 20 to 30% suffer moderate to severe injuries, like hip fractures or head trauma. But what's even more alarming is that most of these falls happen at home, during everyday activities, getting out of bed, taking a shower, reaching for a top shelf. It's not the mountain hike or the grocery trip that gets us, it's the hallway, the bathroom, the simple morning routine. There was a story of a retired teacher named Mrs. Helen, 74 years old, living independently in a quiet, suburban neighborhood. One morning, she slipped on the wet tile floor in her bathroom, just a small puddle left after washing her hands. The fall broke her hip, and the recovery kept her in rehab for 6 months. After that, she never regained full mobility, and eventually had to move in with her daughter. And the worst part, the accident could have been prevented by something as simple as a non-slip mat and a grab bar. That's why we must stop thinking of home safety as optional or something we'll get around to later. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. Because when we're proactive, we give ourselves more than just protection from injury. We give ourselves freedom. Freedom to live where we love, do what we love, and stay connected to our routines, our memories, our neighbors. A well-designed home is not just a place to live, it's a support system, a partner in our healthy aging journey. And let's not forget, home safety isn't only about physical risk. A cluttered or poorly lit home can also lead to mental stress, confusion, and even depression, especially for those with mild cognitive decline. Small changes, better lighting, clearer pathways, simpler layouts. They don't just reduce danger, they increase peace of mind, and that's something every senior deserves. So before we move into the next tips, take a moment to think about your home. When was the last time you truly looked at it through the lens of safety and aging? What would you change today if you knew it could keep you independent for 5, 10, even 20 more years? Because that's what this is really about. Not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. Section 2. The danger zones, where most accidents happen. Not all rooms in the house are created equal, especially when it comes to safety for older adults. You might think of your home as familiar, predictable, even harmless. After all, you've lived there for years, maybe decades. But ironically, it's the places we feel most comfortable in that often hide the biggest risks. Let's take a closer look at the 4 major danger zones inside most homes, and why these spaces deserve your full attention. 1. The bathroom. The most dangerous room in the house. Let's start with the bathroom. Small, slippery, and unforgiving. Did you know that over 80% of falls in seniors happen in the bathroom? Water on tile, sharp corners, hard surfaces, and limited space make it the perfect storm. Even getting in and out of a bathtub or standing in a shower can cause imbalance. Many people underestimate how quickly a fall can happen. One missed step, one wet towel, one moment of rushing. And because the bathroom is often private, accidents may go unnoticed for hours. It's not about being frail, it's about recognizing that even the strongest of us can fall in the wrong conditions. 2. The kitchen, a zone of hidden hazards. Next is the kitchen, a place of comfort, memories, and creativity, but also sharp knives, open flames, hot oil, slick floors, and cabinets that require stretching or crouching. Even something as simple as lifting a pot of boiling water can be risky if your balance is off. For seniors with arthritis or reduced grip strength, turning stove knobs or opening jars becomes more difficult, increasing the chance of accidents. And clutter on countertops or uneven mats near the sink can become obstacles you trip over without realizing it. The kitchen is a beautiful place, but it demands awareness and design that works with your body, not against it. 3. Staircases and hallways, the long walk to risk. Now picture your stairs. Do they have solid handrails on both sides? Are they well lit? Poor visibility? Worn carpet? Or carrying things in your hands while climbing can turn a simple step into a serious hazard. Even short staircases or two-step entryways can cause harm if not properly marked or supported. Hallways may seem harmless, but a single forgotten slipper or loose cord can be disastrous in the middle of the night. And here's something many overlook. Long hallways without rest spots can exhaust seniors with limited endurance, increasing the risk of imbalance for the bedroom. Danger in the dark. Lastly, let's talk about the bedroom, a space meant for rest and comfort. But imagine trying to get up to use the bathroom at 2 a.m. in total darkness. One misplaced shoe, one slippery sock, or one moment of dizziness can result in a fall. Many seniors store medications, glasses, or phones out of reach, causing them to stretch or walk blindly in the dark. And beds that are too low or too high can be difficult to get in and out of without assistance. The truth is, falls don't just happen when you're walking around. They happen while getting up, sitting down, or reaching. So here's the key takeaway. It's not about avoiding these spaces, it's about transforming them, adapting your home to fit your current needs and protect your future freedom. Once we know where the risks are hiding, we can start to fix them one by one. Because every room you make safer is another step toward independence, confidence, and peace of mind. Prompt image untuk section 2, the danger zones where most succeed. Section 3, bathroom safety, small changes, big protection. Let's be honest, the bathroom may be the smallest room in your home, but it holds the biggest potential for accidents, especially for older adults. This space can quickly turn from routine to risky in the blink of an eye. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 80% of falls in the home happen in the bathroom. And it makes sense. Wet surfaces, hard ceramic floors, tight corners, and the need to move in awkward ways like stepping over a tub or turning quickly to sit down. All of these increase the risk of slips, trips, and even serious injuries like hip fractures or head trauma. But here's the good news. You don't need a major renovation to make your bathroom dramatically safer. Let's go through the key changes, one by one, that can help transform this high-risk zone into a haven of security and comfort. Start with the floor. This is where most accidents begin. Remove any loose rugs that don't have rubber backing. They may look nice, but they can slide out from under you in seconds. Instead, replace them with non-slip mats both inside the shower and on the floor just outside it. And make sure you wipe up any puddles or condensation immediately. Even a small amount of water can turn tiles into ice. Next, install grab bars, and not just anywhere, but in the places you actually need support. That means one next to the toilet, one on the wall of the shower or tub, and ideally one outside the tub. For when you're stepping out, grab bars aren't a sign of weakness, they're a sign of wisdom. They give you balance, leverage, and peace of mind. Especially if you ever feel dizzy or off balance, upgrade the toilet area for many older adults. Getting up from a low toilet seat puts strain on the knees and hips. A raised toilet seat can make a huge difference. It reduces the effort and lowers the chance of losing balance. You can also install toilet safety frames, arm supports on either side, which make it easier to sit and stand without wobbling. Reevaluate the shower or bathtub setup. Climbing into a bathtub becomes more dangerous as flexibility and strength decrease. If you're using a traditional tub, consider a tub cutout or a walk-in tub. These allow easier entry without lifting your leg high, and regardless of what type of shower you use, always have a shower chair or bench. This allows you to sit comfortably while bathing, reducing the risk of slipping or becoming fatigued while standing. Pair that with a handheld shower head, and you now have full control without the need to twist, reach, or lean. Lighting matters too. The bathroom should always be well lit. Day or night, install bright overhead lights and place motion sensor night lights so you're never walking in the dark. Especially if you get up frequently at night, these lights can guide your way safely, even if you're groggy or half asleep. Storage and accessibility. Avoid storing items in high or low places that require you to bend or stretch. Keep your soap, shampoo, medication, and toiletries at waist height, ideally in a shower, caddy, or wall-mounted organizer. Also, choose products in containers that are easy to grip, no more slippery bottles or tiny caps that are hard to twist open. It's important to remember that bathroom safety isn't about making your home look like a hospital. It's about designing your space to serve your body, not fight against it. These small adjustments don't just prevent accidents, they increase your confidence and independence. Because when you know your environment is working with you, not against you, you move through life with less fear and more freedom. So take a walk into your bathroom today and ask yourself, is it helping you age in place, or is it putting you at risk? One small upgrade at a time can mean the difference between a near miss and a long recovery, and ultimately, it can mean staying in your home longer, safer, and with the dignity you deserve. Section 4. Kitchen safety, cooking up confidence. The kitchen is often called the heart of the home, a place of warmth, creativity, and delicious memories. But for many older adults, it can also become a quiet minefield of risks hidden in everyday routines, from boiling water to slippery floors, sharp knives to unreachable cabinets. The kitchen demands respect, awareness, and a bit of smart planning. Let's explore how simple adjustments can turn your kitchen into a space that's not only functional, but safe and confidence-boosting too. Start with organization. Clutter is more than just messy. It's dangerous. Too many tools, containers, or groceries on the counter can lead to spills or force you to reach awkwardly. The golden rule here is, everything you use most should be easy to reach without bending or stretching. Keep spices, utensils, daily use, plates, and mugs at waist level, not above your head or below your knees. Use pull-out drawers or sliding shelves in lower cabinets to reduce the need to crouch deeply or get on your knees. Mind your appliances. Modern problems require modern solutions. If you often forget to turn things off, consider appliances with auto shut-off features, especially kettles, stoves, and toasters. These smart tools reduce the risk of fire and give you peace of mind, especially if you're managing memory lapses or just get distracted easily. You can also use induction cooktops, which stay cool to the touch except right under the pot, minimizing burn risk. Another tip, keep your microwave on the counter or a lower shelf, never above your head. To avoid dangerous spills of hot food or drink, lighting is crucial. Poor visibility in the kitchen is a silent hazard. Make sure your workspace is well lit. Under cabinet lighting, LED strips, or motion sensor lights can brighten up shadowy corners. This is especially helpful when chopping vegetables or reading labels and cooking instructions. If your eyesight isn't what it used to be, use large print labels on spice jars and medication bottles stored in the kitchen. Good lighting makes everything feel easier and much safer. Cooking habits matter too. Avoid wearing loose clothing when cooking, especially long sleeves that could brush against an open flame. Use the back burners of your stove whenever possible, so you don't accidentally knock pans over or reach across open heat. Always turn pot handles inward. This prevents spills if you bump into them. If possible, cook while seated on a high stool or with a kitchen work chair. Standing too long can cause fatigue and increase the chance of imbalance. And keep a lightweight fire extinguisher within reach. It's one of those things you hope to never use but will be glad to have. Prevent falls with the right flooring. Kitchen floors should always be dry and even. Wipe up spills right away. Avoid slippery wax or high-gloss tiles, and make sure rugs have rubber backing or are removed entirely. Wear supportive shoes with good grip. Walking barefoot or in socks may feel comfortable, but it greatly increases your fall risk. Finally, design for independence. Consider motion-activated faucets if turning knobs becomes painful or difficult. Label switches and containers clearly, and consider using color contrast for easy identification. For example, placing light switches on darker walls. Small tools like jar openers, electric can openers, or built-in cutting boards can make a big difference in maintaining your independence and energy. The truth is, cooking is not just a chore, it's a way to nourish your body, stimulate your mind, and stay connected to your culture and identity by making your kitchen safer. You don't give up your freedom, you protect it, because confidence in the kitchen isn't just about knowing the recipe, it's about knowing you can move, cook, and clean safely in the space you love. So ask yourself, is your kitchen helping you age in place with confidence, or is it silently working against you? With the right changes, you can keep cooking, baking, and living fully, safely, and with joy. Section 5. Stairways and hallways light the path to safety. If your home has stairs or long hallways, it's time to take a second look, because these familiar paths can quietly become some of the most dangerous places in your living space. And it's not just about falling down the stairs. Sometimes, just one misplaced step, poor lighting, or lack of support can turn a routine walk into a life-changing event. According to the CDC, more than 1 million injuries per year are related to stair accidents, many involving older adults. And here's the thing, Most of these falls aren't due to rushing or being careless. They happen during everyday moments, carrying laundry, walking to answer the door, or heading to bed late at night. What makes stairs and hallways risky is that they're transitional spaces. We're often moving through them without paying much attention. Let's begin with stair safety first and foremost. Every staircase should have sturdy handrails on both sides, not just one. And those handrails should extend the full length of the stairs with a comfortable grip. You'd be surprised how many homes still rely on one decorative railing. Beautiful, yes, but useless in a real moment of instability. If you ever hesitate or pause before taking a step down, that's a sign your stairs need attention, not you being overly cautious. Next, check the surface of your stairs. Are they made of polished wood or tile? Do they get slippery when wet or dusty? Install anti-slip treads or grip tape on each step, especially near the edges. If your stairs are carpeted, make sure the carpet is tightly secured, no loose edges, wrinkles, or lifting at the corners. Lighting is your next best friend, especially for older eyes. Install bright, consistent lighting at the top and bottom of the staircase and consider motion sensor night lights if you often get up in the dark. One clever trick is to use contrasting color strips on the edge of each step. This helps with depth perception and makes it easier to judge where one step ends and the next begins. If your vision isn't as sharp as it used to be, these little visual cues can make a huge difference. Now, let's talk about hallways. At first glance, a hallway may seem like the least dangerous part of a house. It's just a place to walk from room to room, right? But that's exactly the issue. Because it's so ordinary, we let our guard down. Hallways that are narrow, poorly lit, or cluttered can turn into hidden obstacle courses. A single extension cord, pet toy, or dropped piece of clothing can be enough to cause a fall. Clear those walkways completely. Use cord organizers, wall-mounted shelves, and motion-activated lighting, so you're never stepping into a dark space unexpectedly. If you live in a larger home or one with long hallways, consider adding resting spots. A small bench or sturdy chair can provide a safe place to catch your breath if walking long distances becomes tiring. This is especially helpful for those with heart conditions, joint pain, or balance issues. A few seconds of rest can prevent a major misstep. And finally, think about your habits. Do you ever walk down the stairs while carrying too much in your hands? Do you turn off the lights before you've reached your room? These little habits might not seem like a big deal, but they add up and they increase your risk without you realizing it. Remember, safety isn't about fear. It's about preparation. Every rail you install, every light you switch on, every obstacle you clear, it all adds up to freedom, not restriction. Because when your stairs and hallways are safe, your entire home becomes easier to navigate, and your independence becomes easier to protect. Section 6. Bedroom safety. Sleep peacefully. Wake safely. The bedroom should be your sanctuary, a place to rest, to recharge, to feel safe. But for many older adults, it can quietly become a space full of hidden dangers, especially during the night. Because when you're groggy, disoriented, or in a rush to use the bathroom, even the smallest obstacle can become a major risk. In fact, many falls don't happen while you're out and about. They happen when you're getting out of bed, reaching for something, or walking just a few steps in the dark. Let's start by looking at the bed itself. Is your mattress too low or too high? If your knees are above your hips when you sit down, the bed is too low, making it harder to stand up safely. If your feet don't touch the floor, the bed is too high, increasing the chance you'll lose balance as you try to get out. The ideal bed height allows you to sit with both feet flat on the floor, knees at a 90-degree angle, and your body upright without leaning back. If needed, add a bed rail on one or both sides. This gives you extra support when changing positions or getting in and out of bed. Bed rails also provide a sense of security, especially for people who tend to roll during sleep or experience nighttime confusion. Lighting is critical, especially during nighttime hours. Install motion-activated night lights along the path from your bed to the bathroom, or better yet, throughout the bedroom. These small lights can illuminate the space just enough to prevent missteps without shocking your eyes awake. Place a lamp within arm's reach of the bed, so you never have to get up in the dark or walk blindly across the room. Even a 5-second delay in turning on a light can be the difference between safety and injury. Now let's talk about floor hazards. Loose rugs, shoes, electrical cords, or even a dropped pair of reading glasses can become serious tripping dangers. Keep the area around your bed completely clutter-free. Designate a safe, clear space for walking, ideally at least 3 feet wide, from the edge of your bed to the bedroom door. Avoid storing things under the bed if they tend to stick out or are hard to reach. Bending too far or using your feet to retrieve items can throw off your balance. Your bedside table matters more than you think. It should be stable, with rounded edges, and not too tall or too low. Ideally, level with your mattress. On it, keep only the essentials: a lamp, glasses, a glass of water, a phone or emergency alert button, and maybe a book. Avoid stacking too many items that could fall if bumped or that you might reach for awkwardly. And if you take medication at night, have it organized in a clearly labeled, easy-to-open container. Fumbling with pills or bottles in the dark is not only frustrating, it's dangerous. Also consider temperature and air quality. Older adults may be more sensitive to cold, and cold floors or chilly air can cause nighttime discomfort that leads to hurried movements. Use socks with grip or place a non-slip mat beside the bed, so your first step each morning is secure. If your room gets too dry or stuffy, use a humidifier, or open windows during the day to improve air circulation. Good rest begins with a breathable environment. And lastly, think about how your bedroom supports your daily rhythm. Can you open the curtains easily to let in natural light each morning? Is your clothing stored at a comfortable height to avoid straining? Is your alarm clock easy to read? And does your phone stay charged nearby in case of emergency? These small details add up, and they can dramatically reduce stress, strain, and the chance of an accident. Because true bedroom safety isn't just about preventing falls, it's about promoting restful, uninterrupted sleep and peace of mind. When your bedroom is set up with your needs in mind, you sleep better, wake easier, and move more confidently through each day. And in the bigger picture, that means staying independent longer on your terms, in your own space and with dignity intact. Section 7. Emergency preparedness when seconds count. Be ready. Emergencies never send a warning. They strike without notice: a fall in the hallway, a sudden chest pain, a fire alarm in the middle of the night. And in those moments, every second counts. That's why being prepared isn't just a smart idea. It's a life-saving necessity for older adults aging in place. Let's start with one of the most overlooked but essential items: an emergency response system. This could be a medical alert pendant, a smartwatch with fall detection, or a voice-activated smart assistant. Choose one that suits your lifestyle, and most importantly, wear it or keep it within reach at all times, because a device won't help you if it's sitting on the kitchen table while you're in the bathroom or bedroom. Next, think about emergency phone access, landline or mobile. Your phone should be easily accessible in every room, not buried in a purse or under the pillow. Consider having a corded phone in at least one room. In case of power outages that disable cordless devices, program essential numbers like 911, your closest family member, a trusted neighbor, and your doctor into speed dial. Better yet, print them on a large, bold font card and tape it near every phone in the house. Now, let's talk about your medical information file in an emergency. Paramedics need to know your health conditions, medications, allergies, and whether you use a pacemaker or other devices. Create a one-page summary and place it on your refrigerator. This is the first place emergency responders will look. Include a photo, your name, date of birth, blood type, insurance info, and any advance directives or do not resuscitate DNR orders. If applicable, keep a second copy in your purse or wallet and update it every 6 months or after any major health change. What if there's a fire, gas leak, or natural disaster? Escape planning is crucial and often neglected. Do you know the safest way out of your home? Is that path free from clutter, rugs, or furniture that might slow you down in a rush? If you live in a multi-story home, do you have access to a fire escape ladder or ramp? Walk through different scenarios: a fire in the kitchen, an earthquake during the night, and rehearse what you would do. It might feel awkward, but muscle memory can save your life when panic sets in. Flashlights, not candles, should be your go-to backup lighting. Place battery-powered flashlights in every room, especially bedrooms, bathrooms, and hallways. Test them monthly and replace batteries as needed. Have a flashlight near your bed and another in your emergency supply kit, because navigating in darkness is dangerous at any age. Speaking of kits, let's build your senior-friendly emergency kit. It should include water, at least 3 days supply, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, extra medications, copies of documents, hygiene items, and a warm blanket. Add hearing aid batteries, eyeglasses, and a small battery-powered radio for updates. Keep the kit in an easily accessible spot, not buried in the garage, and review it twice a year to ensure nothing is expired. If you rely on mobility aids, like a walker or a cane, make sure they're stored in a predictable, easy-to-reach spot, not leaning behind doors or under beds. Label them clearly, especially if you have backup devices. so others know what belongs to you. And if you use oxygen or electrical medical equipment, talk to your utility provider about emergency service registration. They may prioritize restoring your power in a crisis. Finally, talk to someone, your family, neighbors, even a professional care manager about your plan. Don't keep your preparedness to yourself. Let people know where your medical file is, how to access your home if you're unresponsive, and what your wishes are in an emergency preparedness. Isn't fear, it's freedom. Freedom to live independently, confidently, and safely in your own home. Because when the unthinkable happens and the seconds start ticking, you'll be ready, and that could make all the difference. Section 8. Smart home technology. Let tech watch over you. Imagine living in a home where the lights turn on when you walk in, the coffee starts brewing as you wake up, and if you fall, help is alerted instantly. This isn't science fiction. This is the power of smart home technology, and it's changing the way seniors age in place, with more safety, comfort, and independence than ever before. Let's begin with smart lighting. Motion-activated lights in hallways, bathrooms, and stairwells can prevent nighttime falls, one of the leading causes of injury in older adults. No more fumbling for switches or walking in the dark. And with smart bulbs connected to voice assistants like Alexa or Google Home, you can say, turn on the living room light from your chair, or even your bed. Then there's smart thermostats like Nest or Ecobee. These devices learn your daily routines and adjust the temperature to keep you comfortable while saving energy. They can even send alerts if your home becomes too cold or hot, which is especially important for seniors who may not sense temperature changes as quickly in extreme heat or cold. Those alerts could literally save your life now. Let's talk about smart locks and doorbells. A video doorbell lets you see who's at your door without getting up, helping you avoid opening up to strangers. Smart locks can be controlled remotely, so you don't have to rush to unlock the door for a caregiver or worry about losing your keys. Some even offer temporary digital keys you can share with trusted family members, giving them access only during specific times. And what about fall detection and monitoring systems? Many devices now combine motion sensors, AI algorithms, and even wearable tech to detect when something's wrong if you fall and don't get up. The system can notify your emergency contacts, sometimes without you having to press a button. These systems can monitor patterns over time and alert caregivers to subtle changes in movement or behavior, like spending more time in bed or skipping meals. Early warnings of potential health decline in the kitchen. Smart appliances can add another layer of safety. A smart stove can shut off automatically after a period of inactivity. A smart refrigerator can alert you if the door is left open or if food is expiring. These features reduce the risk of fire, food poisoning, or accidents due to forgetfulness. A common challenge for many older adults. Let's not forget voice assistants. Your virtual helpers. With a simple voice command, you can call your daughter, play relaxing music, hear the news, or even ask about the weather. Some seniors even use them to guide at-home exercises or remind them to take medications. No screens or buttons required, and because these assistants get smarter over time, they can adapt to your routines and preferences. Of course, privacy and security matter. Always update your devices, use strong passwords, and ask a tech-savvy friend or relative to help you set up your smart home system securely. Consider keeping internet-connected devices in common areas and disable features you don't need. Smart home tech isn't just for young people or the wealthy. Many devices are now affordable, easy to use, and even covered by senior care programs or insurance. And they're not about replacing human care, they're about supporting it, enhancing it, and giving seniors more control over their lives. Because aging in place doesn't mean aging alone, it means choosing tools that watch over you silently, reliably, and intelligently, so you can live each day with more freedom, confidence, and peace of mind. Remember, aging in place doesn't mean doing it all alone. It means preparing today for a safer, happier tomorrow. Start with one room, one tip, one improvement. Because the earlier you make your home a safer place, the longer you can enjoy it fully, freely, and independently. If this video helped you, please hit like, leave a comment with the tip you're going to apply first, and share it with someone who could use this knowledge. And of course, subscribe for more helpful insights on aging well, because your best years are still ahead.